components. Okay. Now, when we talk about core components, right? So AWS is having something called as AMI. Okay. So here I think we don't have any AMI existing. So here you have AMI. Okay. Now let's see the AMI's catalog. Okay. So what is AMI? AMI stands for Amazon Machine Image. Amazon Machine Image. AMI stands for what? Amazon Machine Images. So what can be an AMI? Now let's consider a scenario. Normally what happens? You'll have an operating system. For example, all of you have Windows operating system in your local, right? You might have installed, let's say, Visual Studio Code, right? You might have installed some plugin or binary needed for that Visual Studio Code to support Python or, Linux based applications. Correct, guys? Correct, right? Now you have
Yeah.
everything stored.
Yes, yes.
Now let's say you are getting, consider a scenario. Okay, let's say you are getting 100 more servers tomorrow, or 100 more Windows operating system, or 100 more new computer you are planning to bring, where also you have to install the same things. Isn't it better if we get some package and we can simply decide that, before building itself, that, I have to have these things installed in my system previously itself. Okay. For example, if I come here, right, let's say I am writing for Apache or AWS Market. Okay. For example, Apache Tomcat, right? Correct. So what will happen? What will be the normal scenario? Let me open draw.io. My screen is visible, right?
Yes, Kumar, your screen is visible.
Okay. So let's take a normal scenario. Okay. If you want to install Apache on your system, what will happen? First, you need to decide the OS. Correct? It can be,
Yes.
let's RHEL. After that, on top of that, what you have to do? You need to install Apache. Correct?
Yes.
How you will install if it is RHEL? What will be the
Then
command?
we'll directly run yum install.
Correct. Yum install, right? So you ran yum install. Now you got Apache. Okay. Yum install Apache. I'm just trying to give a random example. Okay. Now after running the Apache, what you will do? You will put some code. Correct. We'll do that
Yes.
as a hands-on. Just I'm making you guys understand so that, theory-wise at least you'll be clear. Then hands-on will be better. Okay. Now you have yum install Apache. After that, let's say you're creating a file called, you're creating a file in /var/ww some path, right? After creating the path, what will happen? You will be deciding, like, you you will be getting the like, let's say you'll do some more configuration, right? You'll do some more configuration. Consider, let's be limited to these four things only. I know there are many things. Now you have done this for, let's say you have done this and you created an instance. Okay. One instance. Okay. Now the task you got is you have to create 50 similar instances. You have to create 50 similar instances. So if you consider a manual scenario, what will happen? 50 times we have to decide the RHEL OS. We have to decide
Yes.
yum install Apache. We have to do this. All four steps we have to do 15 times.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of that, what we can do is we can create an AMI. AMI is nothing but Amazon Machine Image, where, I will be simply having everything inside this as an AMI. Okay, I'll be having everything packed inside the AMI, and I will be kind of the moment I have an AMI, right? Now let's say I have an AMI. So, okay. And this AMI ka name we will give is Apache AMI. Okay. Apache AMI. Now I want to create 50 instances. So what I have to do? I will simply come. Okay. I will go to instances. I will click on launch instance. Okay. I don't have right now my AMI. Here in the AMI, right? I will select Apache. Let's say Apache will be my AMI only, or from here, and I will select this. So what will happen? By default, I will be having Apache installed on my system the moment the instance is coming up. The moment instance which coming 50 instances comes up, right? It will have all these things done, right?
Yes.
So now my question to you guys is, what is the benefit of AMI? If you guys understood it. If anyone did not understand, ask me. I will explain again.
It's a bundle basically, rather than doing some repeated step, right? One by one. AMI will be a bundle of application plus their dependencies as well, right?
Correct.
So it's
So
a
AMI,
predefined, yeah, it's a predefined image, Amazon image, which we can pick, and we can skip the basic steps. It's pretty
okay.
solid.
Now my next question to you, sir, is that why we need a what is the advantage? Okay, it's a bundle I got. What is AMI? What is the advantage of using AMI? Where it will help me?
If you not use AMIs, then of course you will go with each steps, right? Plain OS or a
So
Linux machine, then
So point number A could be it is saving time, right?
yeah,
So advantage of AMI
Yes.
is it is saving time. So automation,
Saving the launching time of any instances.
correct? Automation, right? So it is
Mm.
automation. Second thing is if you want to again the example could be you would been asked that we need to install this software mandatorily on our system, right? So again if you update this AMI to have a software, let's say have a software called as App Dynamics or anything App Dynamics, right? Now you can scale this as well, right? You create new AMI, Apache AMI with App Dynamics. Again, you can relaunch the instance. Correct. So number one is automation. Number two is obviously speed. We get a lot of speed. Okay. Number three is centralized way of managing, right? When I'm sharing centralized, which means that
Yes, yes, yes.
let's say consider a scenario where you have multiple accounts. When I'm saying account, these are what? These are account, right? Account ID. Now, let's say you have multiple account. Okay. Let's say you have multiple account. So same, oh, sorry, my bad. So same AMI you can share across multiple accounts. Correct. Now let's say I have three accounts called as, okay, called as, dev, three environments I have dev, okay, QA and pre-prod, considering that production will be separate. Okay. Now I can share that. Let's say the AMI was created in dev account. I can share that AMI into QA account. I can share that AMI into pre-prod account as well. Right. So you see the advantage is not only limited per it is like across account also you can go and share that AMI. You can advantage. So you are making a change at one place and you are using it as a bundle for all other places. Okay. So got what is AMI? Did we get it? And what is the advantage? So the question could be, like the question, a lot of time interview want to confuse you. The question could be, let's say I have n number of activities to do across 50 instances. Okay. And I want to, how can I provision 50 instances faster? So you will be like, if the same set of activity is going to happen in 50 instances, let's do it for one instance, test it. If there are changes needed, do the changes. And then another 50 instance we can launch using the same AMI. Okay. AMI is clear, guys? Any doubt in AMI?
यस सर सर अगर एक मशीन में हम मल्टीपल इमेजेस इंस्टॉल कर सकते हैं एक साथ
नहीं, एक मशीन में आप मल्टीपल नहीं कर सकते हो ना। एक मशीन के लिए जैसे मैं अगर यहाँ पे लॉन्च करने जा रहा हूँ, लेट्स से आई एम गोइंग टू लॉन्च हियर, सो व्हाइल लॉन्चिंग आई डोंट गेट ऑप्शन टू सेलेक्ट मल्टीपल AMIs, राइट? See, I can select only one AMI because AMI
बट
contains
आई
what?
नीड but I needed the database and Apache and some as per requirements. तो क्या मैं
Multiple
एक साथ नहीं
components,
select?
multiple components you can have inside an AMI. Like let's say
Okay.
here, after Apache, you want to install database also. Okay, let's say you want to install
Yeah.
instead of App Dynamics, right? Database also. You can have that. Let's say your in AMI size is enough, or your OS is enough size, you can install it. Yes, you can install it. If your question is, can we have multiple? For let's say you want to install 5 application inside one OS only. Consider that those are very lightweight, very
Okay.
small OS. You have a big you have due to some restriction. Ideally, it's not a recommended way from the architecture point of view. But let's say कि आपको एप्लीकेशन भी रखना है, डेटाबेस भी रखना है, बैक एंड भी रखना है,
Hmm.
फ्रंट एंड भी रखना है, सब रखना है. You can have it in one instance, package it as Amazon AMI, and then again create another 49 instance with that AMI.
Okay.
Clear?
Got it. Clear. Sir.
Yeah. So the question is, you cannot have multiple AMIs, whereas whatever you want to do, you can decide in one AMI. Okay. So for example, if you see Mac OS, Ubuntu, or any AMI you select, I'll get only one AMI as an option. You cannot have multiple AMI because in a server, right, you can have only one operating system, right? Ideal way. Okay. You can use that power and all like Windows, you can switch to Ubuntu, but your primary one is Windows only, right? So you can have one OS, and on top of that OS, you can have n number of things. Okay. But again, the best way is to segregate everything, not put everything on one thing. Okay. Cool. So this part Amazon machine images is clear. Now let's move to instance types and